So I said I would pre-record this, but I just figured I would use the already built live recording that I created a while ago. It just won't be at the same time that I said it was going to be. And you'll have to forgive me, I have come down with a nice little holiday cold. So I don't sound my normal self, but I am feeling okay. And as you can see, I've kind of shifted positions. A nice fireside evening here, and lit some candles because I did want it to be candlelit. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna close the curtains. I'm gonna make it happen. So hopefully you can join me in just taking a moment to breathe. I need it. Hopefully you need it too. To get that body out of being stuck or feeling the hints of pain, or if you're dealing with some soreness from what we've done this past week. We've done a lot. This is day 5 of the 12 days of fitness, and we still have a ways to go. This is going to help you be on your way, feel better, get some of those kinks and things out. And then also, I just wanted to take a few moments to slow down. Nothing weird, nothing crazy, but just some moments to slow down and really think about what's important in life right now. Yeah? Does that sound like a good idea? Okay. So, what you need today for this class, we always like the option of a foam roller, okay? I'm not grooving on this Christmas song. I'm gonna move forward. I created the playlist last year, and yeah, I don't like that one. It's December Sky, in case if you did like it. I apologize. And then the other tools that I use in this class are lacrosse balls. You can use tennis balls, any kind of little, with a little bit of give, not too much, not too little, so that you can really dig into those tissues to get out what is stuck. And then I like to use a yoga block. If you do not have one of these, that's okay. You don't have to use it. It's super helpful. And anything that we do on the balls, you can also do on the foam roller. Good? Okay. Let's get started. Now, I did have a request for shoulders, hamstrings, and quads, so we will definitely address those things. But I also wanted to address other parts of the back side and potentially the calves. So we'll work our way down and move all the way up. We'll start with that foam roller, so go ahead and grab it and head on down to the floor with me. If you need a mat, please take your time and grab that as well. Alright. I just realized I have my mini socks on. I'm going to get rid of those. Now, what you want to do, if you've never done this class before, is you want to apply the amount of pressure that you can handle, of course. But then also really try and get into the fiber of that tissue and dig, because that's how you get the stuck out. And forgive me for those that have heard this 1.5 million times, but I'm going to explain why this is so incredibly important. So, we are layer upon layer of tissue. We are not just skin, muscle, and bone. Right? There's all kinds of other stuff going on, and even layers within layers. So, of course, we have our skin, really important, biggest organ that we've got. Then you have your fascia. So if you've ever cut meat, forgive me for those who are vegetarian, but if you've ever cut any meat and you've noticed like a webbing on top of the meat, that's fascia. And everybody has that in between their skin and their muscle. And there are 3 layers. And so what we're doing today is we are addressing what happens when the soreness kicks in and actual crystals form inside of that tissue. tissue and prevent you from moving properly, if that makes sense. It's crazy how easily it happens. I'll turn it back up again when I stop talking. But just roll back and forth, and what we're doing is we're actually dissolving the crystallized portions inside of that fascia. Yeah, because what happens is that fascia holds, it's stuck, and then that is attached to your muscles, and your muscles are attached to your bones, and it can cause all kinds of problems. It's a kinetic chain. Everything is connected, and you end up having potential issues down the road. So what we're doing right now is preventing that, getting rid of it. We're doing all kinds of things, and not to mention properly working muscles increase your metabolism. Hey, that alone should make you do this. Do a little side to side on a spot that you found. Oh. And metabolism is built. Then you also have longevity in your workouts. You have flexibility built in. Yes, because you can move better. Good. Point and flex that foot that's on top. You can always unstack that leg if it ever gets to be too much. Right? Good. Little circles with that foot. Nice. Other way. Good. Oh. And roll one more time through. And then we're going to switch sides. Switch that to the other leg. Just turning this back up. I've got my dryer running, so I'm trying to drown out the dryer noise. Good. Excellent. Just dig in. Really, tissue is, we're 3D, right? So staying on one spot might be what you need, but just do some reconnaissance. See where it is most talking to you. I always say that in class. In the app, we do this every week, and I say, where is it screaming at you? And that's where you go. That's where you stay, right? Oh my gosh. And when you're ready, a little side to side. That's not my favorite, but it's so good. Oh, and then the other reason, the last thing I'll say about why you should do this, you actually get a rush of dopamine, like it the feel-good drug inside your body. When you do this, it's like a euphoric feeling when you're done. Yeah, and then point and flex. So there's lots of reasons why. It sure as heck doesn't feel good when you're doing it, but when you're done, you feel better, and you get that rush of endorphins and dopamines. Good stuff. Circle both directions. Good. Oh, so nice. Awesome. Roll through one more time, and then we're going to hit up those hamstrings, moving our way up the body. And I'm going to set this foam roller aside. I am going to choose the block in this. You can certainly use that foam roller the entire time. Feel free to continue using that. Now, hamstrings, there's an insertion point, and it's right where your bum meets your leg. Okay, it's the lip of the bum. That's where the ball is going to go. Okay, so you're going to have a seat right on top of that block. If you don't have that block, that's okay. If you've got a ball and you want to use it, feel free to just stay on the floor. The block just allows you to kind of get a little bit further into the tissue. That's all. You can grab a pillow, it won't be as effective. Maybe a pillow on a book. You'll figure it out, right? But these blocks are cheap and they're worth the investment if this is something you want to get into. Hey, is that naughty? we have an event this evening to go to, a Christmas, I think it's with Jane Lynch. Yeah, so, and I thought it was on Friday this next week. It's not. That's the earlier time for this class. Yeah. Good, a little side to side. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. And then a little push and pull of that leg. Oh, wow. Point and flex. Again. Good. Right? Ooh. Little circles. Now, the further down the hamstring you go, the more intense it is. Is that Diego? Oh my goodness. Oh, yay. No worries, Nazi. Get it when you can. It's good to have you here for a brief moment, both of you. Awesome. All right. We are going to take and get the other side, and then we'll go back to that foam roller to get lower on the hamstrings. Good. Before we do though, before we switch, find that spot that's singing, that's shouting, that's being mean, and just really melt over top. Big inhale, and exhale. Melt, relax. Good. I know it's hard to do. You can even just, instead of flexing that foot, try and relax it. Excellent. 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Okay, switching sides. I swear, this is like the most kind, encouraging community I've ever encountered. Like, there's never a bad word. Everyone is so nice to each other. I love it. If this was how the whole world worked, we would not have any problems. Seriously. Good. Okay. Oh. Aside from these types of things, right? A little side to side, a little forward and back. Get in there. Get it out. Get out the stuck. Right? That's the other thing I love to talk about is, and I need to hear it too, because I don't like it, but I need to remind myself of it. We tend to, as a culture, as a society, we tend to run from pain. But pain is not the enemy. Pain is actually a signal, a message. Your body is programmed to tell you so that you slow down, so that you fix the problem, not so you cover it, right? Point and flex. But so you actually address it from the source. And addressing it from the source is a lot more time and effort than actually just covering it up. I'm not saying don't ever take some ibuprofen. I do. Some days require it. But just to function, really. But what I am saying is oftentimes the running away from pain is way easier than actually addressing the root cause, the real issue, right? All right, some circles. Easier to do than to just get in there and dig. But when you do, and this applies to pretty much all of life. Let's melt. Relax that foot. Try and breathe in and out. As you do, just melt over top. When you address, things get released. Things that are stuck get released. And it's not just physical. It's mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, however you want to, like wherever you want to go with it, get released. Promise you. If you deal with it. 3, 2, and 1. And I am preaching to myself too. Hanging on to stuff, holding on to the pain. No. Okay. I didn't mention this earlier, but we are going to address the glutes too, because I do want to tackle everything. And my glutes are tight from this past week. Holy smokes, did we ever work them. So right here, right smack in that little pocket of the booty, okay? That's where you want to place this ball. Oh, thank you, Nazi. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh. Lean into that, and if it's too much on your upper body, head on down to your elbow. You can even lay down, use the block as a pillow. All good, and just dig. Find it. This is one of those hurts so good kind of moves. Makes you wanna, right? kind of moves. Good. Once you're in there and you know that's the spot, take and extend that leg out and bring it in. Out and in, bending and streaming. Good. Awesome. And then meet the feet and butterfly. Deep and dreamless sleep. Silence must go by. I don't have much of a singing voice right now. Good. And pièce de résistance. Foot on top of the other quad if you want to go there. Yes. And just dig. If we had enough time, I would tackle the hips as well. Tight hips sink ships. I know that's not the actual phrase, but it's true. You will go down in flames if you have tight hips, because your tight hips will cause you to hinge forward ever so slightly, will cause your psoas, it's this crisscross muscle in your center, to tighten, and then that pulls on your low back. It can cause your back to completely go out. Yeah, it's crazy. Good. Okay, we're gonna melt. Now, if you haven't already, come on down. And just hang out here. Oh yeah. Big breath in and out. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, I needed that. Let's get the other side. Oh, and I didn't forget. I did, but I just remembered. We're gonna get the lower part of her hamstring too. Mary's probably thanking me right now. She heard me. Her ears are itching right now. Good. Just dig in, find it. Remember, it's that pocket. The muscle we're working on is this big. So tiny. It causes so many problems. It's crazy. Yeah. Good. And when you're ready, extend and bend that leg. Oh, so good. Excellent. And then feet together and butterfly. Ooh. have your foam roller. If you want to stick to the ball, I would recommend you use that block as well if that is your preferred method, but we're going to focus on one side once again, but we're just coming a little lower, okay? If you need to, you can keep your bum down and support yourself with the block. Is always helpful. You can be here, because it helps just leverage, get you up that extra little bit. It's a good thing. Physics, man. Good. Ow. Now, hamstrings are funky because it's a lot of tissue, connective tissue, that goes from the back of your knee all the way up into your glute, right? And so if you're feeling things that you're like, I don't know if this is okay, tingly or kind of painful in like certain way, like it's not overwhelmingly painful, but it's like the skin hurts. I guess that's the best way to describe it. When the skin hurts, it just feels different than other parts, right? But it's necessary too. Good. And then once you've found a spot that's been singing, keep your heel on the floor and just drag back and forth. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Let's tackle the other side. And sometimes even just calming the nerves down with your hands is helpful. Just telling your skin and your nerve endings, you're okay. It's all good. All good. Right? Good. Body is incredible. It's a magnificent machine. And we need to honor it. What you're doing right now is just that. You're taking time to honor your body, to take care of yourself. Because if you're no good to yourself, you ain't gonna be any good to anybody else. If you're in pain, if you're suffering, if you're not able to do the things that you want to do because you're stuck, it's just another aspect, right? We need to take care of ourselves in every stuck area, whether that's emotionally, physically, mentally. You get the idea. Good. Keep the heel down, little side to side action. Again, if it's too much on those shoulders, I'm starting to feel it. Come on down, and you can still do that work from a lowered position. Good. Awesome. One more time, rolling through. 3, 2, and 1. So good. Okay, we're gonna flip it over. I really like to use the foam roller because it covers a lot of ground. You can get really pointed with the ball and block, and if that's what you need, and you know exactly where on your quad it's talking, or you could start with this and then shift to the block and the ball, all good. Find what works, right? I say that all the time in class. We do want to make sure that you're only on your leg. Come on down. Other knee can be supportive. You can even use the block as support up top too to try and get some of the pressure off those shoulders. We did do a lot of presses yesterday in class, so I'm not... If your body is saying absolutely no more, then listen, that is okay. Also keep a bend in that leg that you're on top of. Ooh. Good. Little side to side. Once you found that spot, you can even combine up and down and side to side. Oh my goodness, most of the issues are going to be mid joint, in between those joints, or closer to the joint in case you're looking for a place to go. Good. Now my least favorite is this next move. Bend and straighten. If it's too much, just keep at that rolling up and down and side to side. Excellent. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's tackle the other side. Rolling through. Ooh. Find it. Dig in. Oh my gosh, I found it. Little side to side action. You can always pause me, take a little bit longer to do this. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Excellent. Up and down. Wow. Okay. Bend and straighten. Awesome. Now, I'm not going to have a lot of time to go over shoulders, and we won't have time for back, but I do quickly want to show you those techniques, and you can use them. And while we're on our backs, I want to give you a nice thought to finish us out, okay? Thought when you get overwhelmed and you feel stressed during this season is very common. So, shoulders really quickly. Now you can take and you can use manually the ball, or you can go against a piece of furniture, okay, which is great. I love that, right? Pushing into a wall too works, where your head is, the wall's here and your face is off the wall. It's a great option as well. Really digging in, you can do movement with your arms. So those are the techniques that I would really encourage you to engage in. And then finally the back. Let's just roll the whole darn thing. Good. Woo. Excellent. Spend some more time here. This is where it actually feels good. And then bring your whole body over top. Arms come out. And roll down to your neck. Take a few moments for yourself. Close your eyes, relax. And just know that it's going to be okay. The most important part of the holidays is that you gather and that you love. That's it. Gifts aside, it really doesn't matter, right? You're together, and that last gift or whatever you need to get, we have so much already. The most important part about it is that you are together, even if it's from afar. Take some time for yourself, whether that means getting a massage, breathing, doing what we just did again, yes, and getting good sleep. Please make sure that that is the case for you. And embrace the true meaning of the season. Yes. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow. I am live at 7:15 for 10-10-10. It is Holiday Hustle. Yes, it's going to be good. Thank you for being here. Love you.